Yeah, I hope this is working. I got a new microphone, wireless thing. I'm just out and about trying to do stuff. Kind of a meh day for me, so figured I would try to touch up a little bit of because I got some paint pins here. I try to touch up a scratch here. It's on my truck. This just happens over time, use. Not a big deal. Anyway, I don't know how well you guys can see me here, but just touching this up. And some people are like, oh, you're using a craft pin. It works just fine for older vehicles. I mean, it's not like my truck's brand new. This thing's pushing 20 years. It's almost old enough to drink. So I figured the other day I was out in the sun and I saw this little bit of something going on my truck, and I was like, yeah, maybe I can go through and do this. And the secret to this, to make this not look bad, is the dab. Notice I'm just kind of dabbing it. I'm not drawing a full line. And it works pretty well. It gets rid of the blemish pretty good. Been having kind of a down past couple days myself. So getting out, getting some air. I'll walk here in a second. I really wanted to get this kind of took care of because it was kind of noticeable. Almost every time I got in the truck. Now I know some people probably wouldn't care. Trailbreaker's been a really good vehicle for me, and I need to get around and get some new panels. Let's see, it's got a crack going on here. They've got like cover replacements I can get for it. I thought about doing that. Another thing I'm planning on doing is getting new headlights. This one is in pretty good condition, but this one, you can see where I tried to use the buffing thing and it didn't really work that well. So I did get a buffing kit to try to take that out and it just didn't work. But all over the hood there, the hood had tons of little bitty nicks and stuff like that from rocks. It doesn't anymore. I did get around and paint my Autobot emblem here on the front. It's clear coated and everything, so it should be good. And I did get around to do the one on the back as well. Just kind of some stuff I've been wanting to try to do for quite some time. Just haven't gotten around to it and painted this. I hit it with a clear coat. Clear coat actually made the black go blacker, which is kind of cool. So, the headlights I'm actually looking at are not so silver, they're more on the black side. So it'll look better when I get done with the new headlights on it. But that's that. Yeah, so we're gonna go on a walk here. Lock up the truck. And living in an apartment complex, don't really have a place to do a whole lot of stuff. It's been kind of a very busy day lately. Just lately, I've been very, very, very busy. Life kind of gifts to me sometimes, and I don't know, getting out and doing something helps. Just helps me get through my day. Hopefully I'm not bumping this microphone too much. But yeah, I got a new mic. It's a tiny little thing. Um, People I work for at the comic shop hooked me up with some wireless stuff, so I'm using it. Um, it's mainly for like my phone. I don't know. I don't tend to do much on phones for vlogging, whatever the heck you want to call it. I don't know. It's a hard format for me to wrap my brain around. But I just like to. I don't know. I'm trying new things. Me being disabled, it's kind of hard for me to get out and get hold of a whole lot of the different stuff. Personally, my toy collection is pretty much at the point it just needs to just be done. I got a few customs I'm working on in the works. One of them is I'm gonna be doing my own custom arc. I've done a custom war world. I need to get around and do an actual video for that because I wanted to do a G2 world war world to make it kind of work with the scale that I like. And some people will probably laugh and say, "Oh, well, that's what this is," because that's what people do. They're really critical on what toys you use or whatever. As far as I'm concerned, I'm redesigning things and making things make better sense in my brain, and it kind of works. Um, I don't know. It's just one of those things I've learned in life that not everything you do has to make sense to everybody, um, especially when it comes to being creative. I know you guys recently watched my a lot of my little MicroMaster things I've done. Yeah, those were a gift from um, my other half's mother. She got them for me, a whole bunch of them. Pardon me. Um, and I wanted to do something with them other than just the standard, okay, repaint them like the original. No, I wanted to give them different life. I like knockoffs a lot, and I'm not big into spending the huge amount of money that people like to spend on like third party stuff, things like that. Um, to me, 3D printing is better. You get a heck of a lot better results when it comes to custom work done that way. I don't know how well the wind is being muffled here. It's kind of breezy today. Um, but yeah, I decided I was like, I'm going to take knockoffs, turn them into what the heck I want them to be, make them fit within my universe, avoiding as much gold plastic as I can. Me being the G2 guy, yes, I'm huge into Generation 2, but I hate the idea that gold plastic destroys half those toys. Um, Heck, blue plastic syndrome is a huge thing going on too right now, and I'm not a big fan of it. Um, Heard recently a friend of mine got a Power Master Prime and went to go transform it. The legs literally just sheared off of it because the gold plastic's just going on them. Well, not gold plastic, but the blue plastic. So I decided, I was like, well, time for me to, you know, reevaluate things I'm doing. I'm glad I got rid of a lot of those toys a long time ago. Gives other people a chance to actually get to play with them. Um, these toys are timeless, but the thing is, when it comes to toys, I have my limits. The older I've gotten, the less time I want to put into hunting for insane stuff. I have to duck under the tree. The tree will get me. Um, yeah, it's just one of those things. I just think, when it comes to trying to do something fun, I want to create things and build stuff for people and show people what you can do. What the whole idea behind Plasticon Studios has been is me just creating what I want when I want to and showing it off to y'all. I know in the past I had done like, just strictly toy reviews, but there have been times I've been like, yeah, I want to tell you guys what I think of certain things, like talking about the lost media thing, talking about things that physical media is really important and physical toys are important. Getting out and actually having an environment to go in is important. The idea is that there really isn't many places people can really go to hang out anymore. It's not like we were kids when you had the mall or an arcade or people go hang out at the pizza joint. Because, the stuff are relatively cheap. Nowadays, everybody sits at home looking at their phones, not doing much of anything, really. Some say they're really, really busy. And usually it's just because of work. But once they're off of work, what do? They go home, they doom scroll. They don't really do much with anything. I've always been more of a hands-on guy. And I don't know, it's just, I think it's a lost art nowadays for people to actually just straight be creative with things that already exist. There's nothing wrong with recreating things. When it comes to toys, comes to video, comes to anything. Life itself is just, it's too short for you to just live behind a blue screen thing and not enjoy the rumble of an engine. um, and live in such silence and monotony. Like, be colorful, change the world in your own way, in a positive way, I should say. Um, in a way that you don't necessarily need insane stuff to do stuff. You don't have to go out and spend the thousands of dollars some people do on these new toys. You don't need to go out and spend the thousands of dollars on, I don't know, huge houses, stuff like that. Work within your limits. Create what you can. I'm relatively poor. And a lot of times you guys see me regurgitate some videos or re-kick out a different video or something. And it's just like one of those things. I really think it's a thing. I don't think a lot of people tend to think about. I think people need to learn to work with what they have. You work with what you have, you can create even more. It pushes your imagination to do more. And yeah, the weather is nice. Get out in it. If the weather's crappy, create something indoors. Don't let the dribble of a job destroy everything you want to do with your life. Don't let it corner you to a point that you can't do anything with your life. Because I've been there billions of times, probably more than most. I was used to cranking out on, stuff, fixing things, building things. Ever since I was like freaking 8 years old, I've learned how to do stuff. You guys ever never did one of those things? Oh, puppy. He's a good dog. But you guys have never like had to wash your clothes by hand or use one of those really, really, really old washing machines where you threw your clothes in it and all it would do was spin back and forth. And then when it got done, you turned it off, then you had to run it through a wringer and then turn around and hang them out on a clothesline to dry. Some of you guys don't even know what that is. Look it up. It's a real thing. It's how I was raised. The idea that you don't need a vehicle is kind of silly. You need a vehicle or some kind of transportation. Bicycle, something. Get yourself out. get some air. Walk. Walking is very important to your well-being. It helps you become a better person in more than one way. You know, don't let the world get you down with all the garbage going on. Don't let it destroy your life. Don't let it send you off in a spiral. That's why I try doing every day. And sometimes even doing these little vlogs. Just kind of talking to myself here a little bit. Peps yourself up. And helps you get through your day a lot better. Do know this is a different kind of video. It's not a toy video. But, you know, I'm sure you guys out there will enjoy it. I'm going to try to do these a little more often. But anyway, it's been Plasticon. This is me roaming the neighborhood. I'm about to go in the house and get some water and chillax for a while. And that's it for now. Bye.